Boy, can you believe it, guys? 8 years of this. And Jeff, you know, the first year it was really obvious who was going to be in the Hall of Fame. The originals, of course. And that was pretty simple. But then after that, it was really important for us to put together a process to nominate, to vote, to induct people that wasn't just Jeff sitting down and deciding people that he liked, or, you know, Alan doing that, or any of us, but really so that this was for the monster truck industry as a whole, this Hall of Fame.
It was very complicated, and it took a lot of hours of figuring it out, but I think we did pretty good.
So, of course, a big thanks to everyone in our 20-person nominating committee. Well, they vote. They get us a list of 20 names to be on the ballot, and then it's up to all current members of the Hall of Fame and your board of directors to vote on those 20 names. That's how we arrive at the 4 folks who will receive this highest honor, and that's what we're going to do here tonight.
And the home of the brave.
I think the word of the night is, wow. I can't believe it. I'm dreaming. You know, I never thought 35 years ago when we built the monster truck, I'd be here at the Hall of Fame. This is so exciting. It's beyond belief. And one day, Dave was just like, you know, we really should build a monster truck. You know, we went to the Jamboree, we looked at some trucks, we wrote notes. He had a little pad and a pencil. We got underneath the trucks. I took pictures. So I went to my one buddy, and I knew he just junked a Monte Carlo SS with an LS5 454, and we said, can we borrow your motor? And he's like, it's got 130,000 miles on this engine. It needs rebuilt. But we'll try it. So we put it in the truck, and we actually ran that motor for a whole year. These are my Thunder National brothers that we will be together forever. Thanks, Chucky.
Well, a few of us got together and decided not to take away from my dear friend's special day, but to add to it. It wouldn't be appropriate if he was up here without Dave. So a few of us, what a pansy. A few of us got together, put together a little plaque. We did 2 of them, one for Mike and one to go here in the Hall of Fame. Certainly not to take away from Mike. I think this will enhance it. I think it'll bring him a certain amount of peace. We love you, brother. In memory.
I don't know what to say. This is incredible. Thanks, dude.
Very special night. You know, if this is your first Hall of Fame induction ceremony, that was a great way to start. 3 Hall of Famers on the stage, all to kick it off. So that was pretty cool.
I think we were very lucky because we were able to sit there and draw this truck on a CAD and actually make the springs working up and down. And when, at that time, 12 inches of suspension was tremendous. And there was 200-300 people out there just standing around, and they were getting antsy. So I thought, I got to get in the truck and drive it.
Well, I think that says it all. Technological innovators, incredible competitors, a name that sticks out among the rest, and your newest member of the Monster Truck Hall of Fame. Please give it up for Mr. Mike Nickell.
I'll ask you all, just for a moment, to kind of close your eyes and think back to the very first time you ever saw a monster truck. I think it's safe to say that that had a pretty significant effect on just about everybody in this room. I find that life constantly presents us with a series of unlikely coincidences, synchronicities, if you will, the full effects of which are not immediately recognizable. And often we don't really recognize their significance until much later in life when we can look back on them objectively. And I met the only person that could hold a bigger distraction for me than trucks. And much to my surprise, she wasn't scared off by my obsession with them. And she actually enjoyed going to shows with me. That's when I knew Lisa was a keeper. And much to my surprise, she didn't think I was completely insane and actually believed in me. And we operated under one simple principle: win. And it was a long, hard climb out of that abyss. And I would emerge as a different person. I became much more cognizant of the importance of human life and how each life affects all of those around it. Coming off a Thunder National Championship, 1993 was shaping up to be an incredible year from Team Overkill. The guys were taking wins left and right. The phone was ringing off the hook with offers and bookings. On April 2nd, while replacing the engine in Maximum Overkill, a fire broke out in the shop. The fire spread so fast, Jerry barely got out of the shop, suffered severe burns to his hands. But the trucks didn't survive that very well. Overkill, Maximum Overkill, and most of the components for the yet unbuilt Extreme Overkill burned to the ground, along with the dreams of a very lucrative contract. As you heard, there have been many triumphs and tragedies along this journey. And chief among these is the blessing of my beautiful and intelligent daughters, Allison and Emily. But here's the real insight I want everybody in this room to take from this. Most people go through life with the perspective, seeing is believing, which is a fairly passive existence. I've always chosen to follow the logic, I'll see it when I believe it. Everything is impossible if you start off with all the wrong assumptions. And believe you can or believe you can't, and you're usually right. So like the pioneers that have graced this stage before me, I urge you all to strip away those self-imposed limitations and think big.
I said, honey, they call me Mr. Good Time.
I got 2 shot glasses and a bottle of tequila with nothing but time on my head. So if you're looking for that good time, baby, get with it. Take my hand and just come with me.
It all started at the age of 17 when I bought my first truck, a 1978 F-250, which I still own today. Through this chain of events, the Lone Ranger was built. It went through an evolution of 73-inch tall tires, planetary axles. Monster trucks have opened all kinds of avenues for me. I ended up getting excursion bodies from Ford, and that led to my next creation, the Nitemare Express, which I still presently own. I'm still putting trucks together, just in a different venue, as well as a couple Ford F650, very customized trucks, 4x4s, and a giant limo as well. I want to thank everyone who voted me in. I've had an amazing life and proud to be a part of the monster truck evolution.
That was the past 35 years. The past 35 days have been pure, almost agony, but everybody out here, we're all friends, and we all know what it takes, and we all know what it takes to survive and do when you set out to do something. Once I was inducted to the Hall of Fame, I knew I had to bring back Lone Ranger and
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Well,
Don't you come back no more.
What you said?
Don't you come back no more.
I didn't understand
Don't
you.
you come back no more.
You can't mean that.
And don't you come back
Oh, now, baby, please.
Don't you come back no more.
What you trying to do to me?
Wow. If anybody just watched me a minute ago, you see me flinching and moving and dodging all them bumps. Been a pretty lucky guy to live the life I've lived and to be brought into a place like this and honored, and was the world champion at the National Mud Bog Association in the Beast. And one day they said, "Hey, would you climb over cars?" I go, "Climb over cars?" They go, "Yeah, you know, we need some trucks that'll climb over cars, and you'll get paid for it." I got, oh my God, no entry fee and get paid. But I was bound and determined to do my best with my two-wheel drive truck and prove people wrong that it's not just a monster truck, it's something different, something special, and people's gonna love this truck, and they don't know where it's gonna land. I don't know where it's gonna land. It just goes, you know. And I feel pretty lucky that I had a good partner, my wife Rocky. I was lucky that really her drug of choice is me. And my drug's monster trucks. I live it, I love it. I'm not done with it. I'm still racing. There's more to come. There's more years in this. Well, the great thing about coming out of a mud bog world was being light. And, you know, basically the Beast was probably one of the first trucks that ever showed up with just a skin body and a tubular frame. So I struck up a deal with Dennis. I left Thanksgiving, after dinner I left Thanksgiving. I flew to his shop, and we commenced working on Gravedigger 4. We tore apart the Coors Silver Bullet truck that he had bought. We got the rear ends and the motor and transmission transfer case out of that truck and commenced to building a new frame for Digger 4.
Well, we look forward to continuing to see you. You said you're not slowing down. We're glad to hear that because we want to see more years of Jack Koberna. But now it's going to be as Jack Koberna, newest member of the Monster Truck Hall of Fame. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Here's what I know for sure. These moments, combined with the growth of this very museum and annual event, with help from Old School's huge online presence, have clearly made the passion of pre-2000 monster trucks stronger than ever. Thank you.